e-commerce, new developments and products, to gadgets and games, and for everyone interested in the internet and new media. Now on BBC News, all the tech to revolutionise business and personal life. It's Click.
Last year, I travelled to California to see the latest innovation aiming to help us live healthier lives for longer.
This time, I'm back to look at our brain health.
Social interaction is basically exercising your brain.
I meet the scientists and experts investigating what we can do to reduce our cognitive ageing.
What you see here is 6 different major circuits of the brain.
Could we bend the arrow of Alzheimer's disease risk down on itself?
Hey, you must be Laura!
I visit the residents of one of the world's blue zones.
I don't smoke, I don't drink alcohol, and I'm a vegetarian.
And catch up with the tech entrepreneur trying to turn back time on his body and mind.
It's gonna feel like the womb.
I can't remember what that felt like.
I'm visiting one of the world's so-called blue zones to find out why its residents live longer, healthier lives than average. Many of those in Loma Linda, California, are Seventh-day Adventists, a religious group that really values health and community.
Hey, you must be Laura! Awesome! So good to meet you, Laura!
Would you like for me to prepare your breakfast?
Oh, yes, please.
Oh,
that would be lovely.
Would be awesome.
What I can see already here looks very healthy and very tasty.
We enjoy fruits and nuts and greens and all of this stuff.
You've actually become really involved in the community here, even though you weren't born here.
No, I'm originally from the Netherlands. Actually, when I came, it was a culture shock. Of course, being a Catholic and coming into Seventh-day Adventists, they were very, very much reserved. And at that time, I consumed alcohol, which I do not anymore. I don't smoke, I don't drink alcohol, and I'm a vegetarian, you might say 99% vegan. We want to eat healthy. We want to exercise because my body is the temple of God. So if I stay strong and clear-minded, I'd be of service.
Living this life is centred around what the Adventists refer to as the health message.
Healthy lifestyle is to refrain from unhealthy activities, more family-oriented lifestyle, fruits and organic vegetables and everything organic, no chemical sprays. And then exercise, fresh air, community, and spiritual.
Is Loma Linda a happy place?
It's a happy place to be, absolutely. Yeah, it's a happy place.
And happiness is good for your longevity?
Exactly. Exactly.
They may credit the religion, they may credit the lifestyle, but there's no great secret. They're simply living a really healthy life. At these assisted living apartments, Esther has already been to her daily exercise class.
What is your age, if you don't mind me asking?
You don't know yet?
I don't know yet.
I'm glad you're sitting. I'll be 100 in August.
You're going to be 100. That is amazing. How old do you feel?
I feel older than when I was 80.
Do you think being here in Loma Linda within this kind of community is what is responsible for you being so good for your age?
Of course, our religion, I think, has a lot to do with it. It's very interesting to me that I have lasted this long. And at nighttime, I pray for God to help me get up again tomorrow because I have no assurance.
Aside from that duty to protect physical health that exists here, community spirit is strong.
What I didn't realize was how important socialization is to your brain. And without it, it seems to shrink and go away. And so the ability to just have heart-opening, brain-opening conversations is very, very, very important.
And that mental stimulation matters. As we get older, our brains shrink. We lose brain cells and brain connections. This can impact our memory and our attention spans. It doesn't happen to everyone equally, though.
Our bodies age, our brain ages at different speeds based on different things. There are 87-year-olds that are sharp as a whip, and part of it's genetics and part of it's lifestyle. The life you lead informs your genetics, and your genetics then expresses itself based on the interactions you have with your environment, which is why social interaction is so important. Social interaction is basically exercising your brain.
As we start to understand more about how it works and ages, experts are taking advantage of the power of AI and big data. It helps them see patterns of how cognitive decline can play out, and indeed the disease process when it comes to something like dementia.
But also other sources, and it's...
Andre Arimia researches brain aging. Based on data from 15,000 brains, he's aiming to provide a better way of predicting decline.
It's looking at a lot of different patterns related not only to shrinking of the brain, but also change in the properties of the signal and intensity on these MRI scans. So it's a very sophisticated way to look at patterns that we don't necessarily know about as humans, but the AI algorithm is able to pick up on them.
Would you be able to identify early signs? What sort of uses are there in this technology for helping with dementia?
So this shows differences in aging between cognitively normal adults and patients with Alzheimer's disease. Everywhere you see either red or blue, those are areas where aging is occurring in a different way in patients with Alzheimer's. The reason this is red is because this is in an area of the brain called the medial temporal lobe, heavily involved in memory, which is important in memory formation. And what we see in Alzheimer's is that you have degradation of the ability to recall memories and also to encode new memories.
So the work you're doing here, what sort of impact can that have on both diagnosing and potentially even treating Alzheimer's?
So if we can identify individuals whose brains are aging a lot faster and estimate their risk for disease a lot better, so that either clinicians can provide custom-tailored treatment or individuals themselves can implement lifestyle changes.
BrainKey is one company commercializing this type of research. The platform quantifies how each section of your brain is aging. To see what it made of how I'm doing, I needed an MRI.
What this shows is an image of your whole brain, but also 25 different areas in the brain and the volumes associated. The summary of the BrainKey analysis is the brain age, which is an assessment of your general brain health. So your brain age is 43. So
that's good news.
It's good news. So we would ideally want brain age to be either at or lower than your chronological age. It's always preferable to have it slightly below.
MRI scanners, just like all technology, are getting faster and better and cheaper, so it's becoming much more accessible for people to get an MRI scan, and the images coming off of them are getting even better and better. The technology is just getting to a point where we are able to see things much earlier than we could in the past, and that means we can understand exactly what's happening in an individual patient's brain. But now with AI, we can support that.
And that could change the game.
Wow, what is this?
It could also give you a nice new ornament.
Goodness. A gold version of my brain with my name under it. But is that life-size?